the cryptocurrency markets are still massively undervalued. This entire asset class is set to explode in total valuation by trillions and trillions of dollars. This is an asset class that is going to have a market cap in the tens of trillions of dollars. It is an opportunity for you to make unbelievable, life-changing money if you play your cards right, so don't mess it up. In this video, I'm going to share 7 reasons why I think the cryptocurrency macro bull market is just freaking getting started. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that is a topic that you would like to learn some more about, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Gently tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, and of course click on the notification bell to know when I put out a new video. So let's just go ahead and get straight into this. Now, the first reason I want to discuss with you is that we are right now seeing an unprecedented phase of adoption by major financial institutions of cryptocurrency assets. We right now have major banks letting their customers buy and sell Bitcoin. Those financial institutions are even custodying the Bitcoin for them. We have major players like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, the titans of finance, starting to get into the crypto markets. We have had a series of announcements this year from the New York Digital Investment Group talking about how they are working with different partners to enable basically any bank in the United States to be able to offer these kind of services to their clients. Massive news. PayPal now providing services for over 300 million of their customers internationally. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This level of adoption that's happened in just the first half of the year has been game-changing beyond belief, and we're just starting to see the tip of the iceberg come out on all this stuff. We're going to see so many more adoption stories. How many more banks still need to get on board with crypto? How many more financial institutions still need to get on board with crypto? And they are, right? They have to adapt with the times. This is where finance is heading. Right now, also worth keeping in mind, in U.S. bank accounts right now, and deposit accounts, there's around $16 trillion earning like 0.01% yield. Some of that money is going to come into crypto. Sure, some of it's not going to come into crypto, but even if a fractional percent of that comes into crypto, that's a lot of money, and probably a few percent of this is going to come into crypto. People are getting tired of earning basically nothing on their money. The cryptocurrency markets right now offer such a stark contrast. The yields are good. You can make good money with your money in crypto. People are starting to wake up to this. In fact, Compound Finance recently announced that they're launching a new product for institutional customers who want to come in and start earning good yield on in crypto, so they can bring in their dollars and earn way more than they're going to earn on bonds, or way more than they're going to earn in a freaking savings account at JP Morgan Chase, which is just a joke at this point. So there's so much money sloshing around in the system out there, earning basically nothing, that is ready to enter the market. And the more of these stories we get about financial institutions adopting cryptocurrencies, offering it to their clients, essentially means we build a bigger and bigger base where more money can come into the markets. Those fiat on-ramps are mega important. By the way, if you want to stop earning basically nothing on your money in your JP Morgan Chase account or whatever other bank account you might have, check out BlockFi. It is a cryptocurrency lender. You can earn 7.5% on your dollars. You can also earn 4% on your Bitcoin, 4% on your Ethereum as well. They also offer a few other cryptocurrency assets that you can put in here and lend out. At the start of every month, you get a payout. Super easy, super simple passive income. All you have to do is deposit your crypto, sit back, let the passive income come in. They're also offering a Bitcoin back rewards credit card. They'll give you Bitcoin every time you swipe your card, plus increased lending rates. So that's a really cool product. And as an extra bonus, if you use the link down below in the description to start your account, then you will get up to $250 in free Bitcoin. So go ahead and check that out using the first link in the description. The second reason involves the wall of money that is about to come into the hands of millennials. It's estimated that millennials are going to inherit around $68 trillion worth of wealth over the next 2 decades. That's $34 trillion just by the end of this decade. And what do millennials love investing in? Well, avocado toast for one. Obviously, avocado toast is amazing. But the second thing, crypto. 49% of millennials own cryptocurrencies. Basically, what we're looking at is a situation where millennials are going to bring all this money to the market. We're looking at a generational shift in finance and attitudes towards investing. We have an entire generation of people who are internet natives. They grew up on the internet. They use the internet all the time, much more than the older generations do. And obviously, there's a lot of money and people from the older generations in crypto too. But the millennials are about to get all this money into their hands. They're internet natives. They already love crypto. The ownership rates of crypto amongst that age group is already super high, and it's only going to go higher as these people get more and more money in their hands. This is one of those reasons just to look at the money, look at where it's going, look at the attitudes towards investing in crypto. This is a big reason to be macro bullish on the entire cryptocurrency industry for the coming decade. The third reason is that it's not just millennials and it's not just about America, right? It's actually a global revolution happening, or should we say an evolution of finance. Globally, cryptocurrency is capturing the hearts and the dollars of investors everywhere. This recent report out of India highlights that investors are starting to opt for Bitcoin over gold. Again, we're talking about titanic shifts here in attitudes towards investing. Buying and holding gold for a long time has been the thing for a lot of people. Now people are starting to realize, well, hey, I can actually buy internet gold, which is Bitcoin. Or hey, I can buy ethereum, which is like an Apple stock, but kind of cooler. And on and on and on. We have an entire new asset class that has been birthed into existence. This is such a rare opportunity in investing and a rare opportunity in your life to be here now at this time investing in this asset class. If you zoom out, look at the big picture, look at the shifting attitudes and the shifting money, and you will see the big picture. The fourth reason to be mega macro bullish on crypto: country freaking level adoption, man. It's happening. It's happening. Game on, man. Game on, not game over. Country level adoption, it is incredible. Obviously, the El Salvador news, huge, making it a legal tender in the country. There's so many reasons why that's big. You can pay your taxes using Bitcoin in El Salvador. You can pay for anything, anywhere in El Salvador using Bitcoin. You can also use Bitcoin as a unit of account in El Salvador. So that means if you want to buy your groceries, they can all be denominated in Bitcoin. So a bag of rice can be 5,000 Satoshis and a 6-pack of beer can be 25,000 Satoshis or whatever it might be. That's all possible now due to this bill. And the international implications for it are also massive because other countries will now be forced to recognize that Bitcoin is money because it's now the legal tender of this country. Massive implications for this news. But the funny thing is, and a lot of people tend to have very short memories in this market, El Salvador is not the only massive adoption news that we've had this year. Sovereign wealth funds have started to buy and accumulate Bitcoin. In particular, we know for certain that Singapore's sovereign wealth fund has started doing this. We have massive sovereign wealth funds in Norway, which have heavy exposure to companies like MicroStrategy, although they haven't started buying Bitcoin or things like Grayscale Bitcoin directly, but they do have exposure via companies that own Bitcoin like Tesla or like MicroStrategy. We also have Middle Eastern, I think it was Dubai's sovereign wealth fund was exploring investing in crypto. I don't know if they pulled the trigger on that yet, but we have definite confirmation that Singapore's sovereign wealth fund has started buying Bitcoin. This is the literal investment arm of a country which is accumulating Bitcoin. Incredibly big. You know, any of these stories in of themselves, I feel like it has the biggest news of the year. But it's just been an incredible year. It's been an incredible year for crypto. Also this, Iran's central bank starts buying Bitcoin directly from local miners. If I'd told you a year ago that in 2021 central banks are going to start buying Bitcoin, you would have called me crazy. And now here it's happening. And look, you may or may not like Iran. That's besides the point. We have a central bank using Bitcoin, buying Bitcoin, and they're actually buying the Bitcoin from miners, not as sort of a long-term wealth tool, which I think we're going to see a country like Switzerland, for example, hop on board and buy 10,000 or 20,000 Bitcoin as a long-term wealth investment in the same way that Switzerland's central bank buys and hoards gold. I think we'll see them hop on board the Bitcoin train at some point too. But actually, Iran's central bank is buying that to use it for imports and exports. So to use in those markets, because of course Bitcoin is decentralized, permissionless money. Still though, central bank of a country buying Bitcoin, it's a big damn deal. Fifth reason, institutional interest in cryptocurrencies remains super, super high. Globally, we have publicly traded companies. They're sitting on $10 trillion in cash, like sitting on a big melting ice cube. Hedge funds have around 4.2 trillion asset under management. If you take out private equity funds as well, it's another 4.5 trillion. Family offices also control trillions of dollars of wealth that's in the hands of the world's billionaires and 100 millionaires. This is a lot of money floating around. We also have endowments and pension funds. They all have also started investing in cryptocurrency, like Harvard and Yale's endowments. They're invested in crypto. Pension funds, we've seen a few pension funds coming in. Private companies, we just talked about publicly traded companies, well, private companies. Private companies are also sitting on a giant freaking pile of cash. We're talking tens of trillions of dollars here. Incredible amounts of money. And look, I know the big stories, Tesla and Square buying Bitcoin, those get a lot of attention and they're really important, but a lot of this money is coming into the market in a much more discreet way. In fact, like the endowment story, for example, that wasn't announced by the endowments. They just kind of did it and didn't really tell anybody. It was announced by people familiar with the situation. But we see the appetite is still very, very strong for crypto investments. A16Z, Andreessen Horowitz, a very famous capital fund, they just raised $2.2 billion. But hey, it's a bear market, right, guys? It's all going to go to zero. We're going down by like another 95%. Yeah. These guys just raised $2.2 billion for a cryptocurrency fund. During that time, the demand, red hot still for crypto. Because these guys can come into the market and they can look and say, yeah, this is going to go to the absolute moon. This is something that is going to be worth tens of trillions of dollars in the long run. They're not entering this market thinking like, oh gosh, what's going to happen tomorrow? My dog coins. They're taking a much more mature, long-term view on this asset class, which is why Andreessen Horowitz is able to raise $2.2 billion basically at the drop of a hat from all these institutional investors, the family offices, the funds, all this stuff. Massive demand. And that's not going to go anywhere. The writing's on the wall. People see what is happening in this market. The sixth reason is, of course, the Bitcoin ETF. I gotta get a bottle of champagne for when the USA passes a Bitcoin ETF. We've been talking about it so damn much here on the channel. It's going to happen at one of these points. Gotta get ready for it. But anyway, Bitcoin ETFs, they're a thing now. They're happening. Canada has passed 3 or 4 Bitcoin ETF products at this point. Those products altogether now have tens of thousands of Bitcoin in them, showing a strong demand from a lot of retail investors to get Bitcoin ETF products because people don't want to handle their own private keys and all that stuff. They just want to go to the brokerage account and buy some Bitcoin. Exactly what Bitcoin ETF products are offering right now. Brazil just released a Bitcoin ETF, and currently there's 13 applications in the USA for a freaking Bitcoin ETF. The SEC just has to choose one of them. Just one. Only one of those 13 needs to be approved, and it's going to just unleash a mega rally for Bitcoin. And a mega rally for Bitcoin will trickle down into a mega rally for all cryptocurrencies. When a gold ETF was introduced Back in the early 2000s, it resulted in a 473% multi-year rally. At the time, the market cap of gold was around $2 trillion. That was a heck of a rally. That's a lot of money that came into just that one asset. And if Bitcoin is the new gold, the gold for the internet era, why stop at 10 trillion? But it's probably going to go up to, at least the market cap of gold over time. A Bitcoin ETF in the USA, it's a big deal because the USA is the world's biggest equity market. In fact, it accounts for more than half of all global equity markets combined. This is a question of when it's going to happen, not if it's going to happen. The Bitcoin ETFs that are in right now, they are from some of the most successful, well-known companies in the investing world. Fidelity, ARK Invest, on and on down the list of incredibly well-positioned players. So it's coming. It's coming. I know I keep saying it's coming, but the Bitcoin ETF is coming, and when it does, it's gonna unleash the bulls like crazy. And number 7, we're still so early on the adoption curve. What I've covered in this video is just the tip of the freaking iceberg, honestly. Cardano smart contracts are coming this year. ETH 2.0 is coming next year. Ethereum is moving to proof of stake this year. Polkadot parachains are coming in. NFTs are still huge. You might have forgotten about NFTs, but NFTs are still a damn big thing. In fact, OpenSea, one of the biggest NFT marketplaces, just had a record month of NFT sales, surpassing what was actually the NFT mania hype a couple months ago, showing that NFTs are still in fashion. People are still loving that stuff. Decentralized finance products, borrowing, lending, yield farming, all this craziness is happening, and it's incredible. We're not even going to go into any of that stuff. We're just going to mention it briefly. That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about it. This is the evolution of finance. We have an entire new asset class here, and we're still so early on the adoption curve of it. Raoul Pal shared a great graph the other day looking at technology adoption curves. He said the crypto space is growing at 113% a year in terms of users, which is incredible. Even if it slows down to the 63% growth rate of network adoption the internet saw at the same stage, then it's going to lead to 4 billion users by 2030 or earlier. Are you kidding me with that? Are you kidding me with that? 4 billion users. Some people think that Bitcoin can't go to $1 million. 4 billion users. Come on, that's crazy. All of the money in the world can start running across these rails. Tokenized real estate, tokenized stocks, tokenized art and collectibles. We already have a thriving stablecoin market. We're going to have central bank digital currencies coming in the not so distant future. So much is happening. It's absolutely incredible. All the stuff I just mentioned, all the stuff that's about to come that I just mentioned. We're early. We're early. And I know it doesn't feel like it when you've just gone through the situation where Bitcoin's gone down 50% and Ethereum's gone down 50%. And all your altcoins are down like 75%. But we're early. We are early still. It's absolutely crazy. We are here. We are here. It's incredible. It's incredible. We are going to have so many people coming into the markets. And you can see from all the stories that I've just told you, all these little bits of things happening that indicate that we are going to this 4 billion user number. It's going to be incredible. And some people are bearish on crypto. I just don't get it. I really, really don't. I understand we can enter short-term bearish cycles, but if you look back across the history of cryptocurrencies, it's basically been in a non-stop macro bear market bull market from the time that it came out. It just keeps going and going. We are far from the point with crypto where it kind of plateaus out, gets super boring. We are still in the early price discovery phase of this technology. Most people still are sitting on the sidelines. Most people still don't understand it. And if you feel like you're late, you're not. Look at this chart. We still have an advantage, right? We're still early on the technology adoption curve. Anyway, your question for today. Do you think that we are still early? Do you agree with Raoul Pal's chart here? I'll just share that again for you. Do you agree with Raoul Pal's chart here that we could see 4 billion crypto users by the end of the decade? Or is that too crazy? Is that just a little bit too crazy? Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.